Milwaukee, 42.5. I was a little surprised at this number. Where are you?
Were you surprised high or low?
I thought it would be higher. I thought the number would be higher. I was a little surprised by how low it was,
Yeah.
considering that you still got Giannis, and this guy is a walking 50 wins essentially every year. Even last year, where they were bad, quote unquote bad, they won 48 games. So they've got Giannis. They have Miles Turner, who I like as an addition. My concerns about Milwaukee is that they're asking a lot of Kevin Porter Jr. to run offense, and there is basically zero depth on this roster, especially in that backcourt. But 42.5 wins is are they really going to win 42 games, 41 games with Giannis on the roster? As long as he's healthy, it feels like this is a good over. A slight over, but a good. I feel pretty good about it.
So, a couple things. This is the number that is the opposite of the Pistons, where the Pistons when I wanted it to be higher, the Bucks when I wanted it to be lower. Not that I think that they should be way under. It's just that I have them so over that it's almost like, how am I not going to bet this significantly? I have them at 48 wins.
Yep.
And if we look at the after from post All-Star, right? So Dame goes out. And they wind up with the 11th best net rating over those final stretch of games, over the final 29 games. They go 19-10 over that last stretch of games with a 117, 118 offensive rating and a 113 defensive rating.
Mm-hmm.
They really found something, which is why I had a lot of confidence in them actually against Indiana. I was like, look out, Indiana's walking into a trap. And then no, look, because Doc Rivers was like, I'm not adjusting my lineups at all, and we're just going to do the same stuff, and we'll just do the dumbest thing possible because he's Doc Rivers. But from a regular season perspective, Doc's a really good coach for keeping you even keel and being able to contribute. And Giannis is still a monster. He's a monster. Like, he is one of the best players in the league. And he's not number 3.
And he's unsolvable.
He's not number 4. I'll say he's number 3.
Not number 4.
Yeah. Different with deference to the MVP. But like, he's unstoppable. He's so incredible. And there's all these kind of things where it's not about the individual talent. It's about what they were able to do in making that talent be something. They were able to make this talent that shouldn't be as good as it was, and it worked. It did work. It was effective. And so ultimately, I wind up leaning towards an over here for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Like I said, Giannis is a walking almost 50 wins. I'm glad you brought up Doc Rivers. For all of his playoff shortcomings, the guy is he's also, like Giannis, a regular season wins machine. Doc Rivers doesn't not win 48 games. All of his teams compete at a really high level in the playoffs. They're prepared. They have a clear identity. They know the 3 things that they have to do, the non-negotiables. They know him every single night. Even if he's not the best tactician, if he's not going to surprise you with a thing here or a thing there, they have a clear identity, and that wins basketball games in the regular season. As long as the shooting is there, I think it's fine. I like the addition of Cole Anthony. They bring Ryan Rollins back, who I thought was underrated for them. As long as the shooting is there.
Well, I think the shooting is second, as long as Giannis is there.
As long as he's healthy.
Well.
Or healthy in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like the only person that's like with Shams on this, not from I've talked to like people. I'm just saying, like, read the tea leaves, and it's like, if he wanted to be in Milwaukee, he could say, I'm going to be in Milwaukee for the rest of my career, and everyone shuts up. And there's a reason he hasn't said it. And there's a reason that Shams is just saying he hasn't said it. I think Shams can do a better job of communicating. He could totally stay. That's entirely possible that he leaves. He doesn't talk about that. He's just like, other teams think he's leaving, and it builds up the idea.
Right.
But it's just an unknown. That's the thing. It is still an unknown.
So the way that they go under is if obviously they trade Giannis. But if they stumble, this could be a February trade also for Giannis.
Yeah.
Because do they really want to go into an offseason where they're dealing with his potential free agency in 2027 and all this stuff, and then have a little bit less leverage or whatever? Like, they could shop him at the trade deadline, and then they would almost definitely go under this number. But I'm glad you brought up the Milwaukee thing, or the Giannis thing rather, because you're absolutely right.